I was born di Bandung during my early age in the 70s or late 60s. It was not the same like I think Bandung now. Bandung di masa yang memang bukan main lagi sejuk. Selalu kami nangga jalan Jakarta, jalan pergi ke alun-alun. So many people are, jogging, and we only remember that he is hardly around. Maybe that's how he live. Sometimes we never thought he's our father. Setahun kadang-kadang sekali dua, or maybe a couple years later, 3 tahun 4 tahun, and then ada lagi. But I believe he did maybe assist little bit, give some wang dapur atau apa to my mother. If it is enough, I believe kalau cukup, my mother will not berjual. My mother will not be go through hard time just cari dari hari ke hari, kais pagi makan sore kayak gitu. They have some kind of understanding how it was hard time that time too. For me, I think it's not a great time, but we were not poor, but we are not rich. We're just living very averagely. We don't have luxury food on the table. My mother memang suka berniaga, berjual makanan di barrack di tempat military lah. Nya ada laundry. He's doing the laundry there. She's doing it lah. My mother used to be dipanggil Tokenio pak. Di zaman kita di situ Tokenio. She has a huge farm of soybean.
Tun itu tinggal di sini mungkin sekitar tahun 70-an. Karena waktu SMP itu sekitar tahun 79, saya setiap hari lewat rumah ini ketika Tun masih di sini. Saya lewat untuk sekolah, pulang pergi. Tun itu ramah ya orangnya, sering nyapa orang gitu. Dan sahabatan juga dengan ibu saya, dengan Bu Iis gitu di kegiatan-kegiatan ke masyarakatan juga Tun suka terlibat gitu ya. Seperti kampung halamannya Tun.
Itu dia, saya ingat tuh salah satu pesannya, kalau mau buat sesuatu, do it well or not at all katanya. Kalau ke Bandung dia selalu makan soto yang di Braga. Saya sempat cerita tuh ke Rina kalau misalnya itu soto Braga. Kalau di Jakarta dia suka ke Pasar Cikini. Banyaklah di Pasar Cikini tuh makan makanan jajanan pasar, dia suka makan itu. Sate Jono yang di Pejompongan, ada makanan di rumah makan Nyonya Cirebon.
Di tahun I think it's already 70s. We already in Jakarta. We moved there. That was the time when it was in Jakarta. We get to meet few important figures that I recall now. Most of them live around Kemuning. Being a young boy, I used to peep, dengar, busybody. So I get to hear certain thing like requesting him to go back. I was wondering, I thought I'm going back to Bandung, I was wondering is that the words, But it seems that it's not it. We're supposed to go somewhere else, They took photo, in fact, they took photo. I remember I saw that photo somewhere where my father was standing in the middle, and then Tun Rahman was next to him, and then my brother also next to him. Datuk Haji Bujang lah. So the other person must be the one who took the photo. So they left. Not long after that. It was just not long after that. It was so fast. Whether it's weeks or months, there's somebody came to the house. He left us again for quite a while. I don't know whether it's 6 months, 7 months. Maybe I'm wrong. Could be just weeks.
Di Bandung ada seorang daripada Sarawak, nama dia AHMAD ZAIDI. Dia masuk Partai Komunis Indonesia. Tentera sudah target orang ni nak dibunuh. Sebelum tentera buat ni, kata saya fikir elok bawa balik dengan selamat.
And then he just left. That's how it relate maybe. Nowadays, I remember when I look back, when I ask him During my younger time in Sarawak, I did ask him, why so long when you left? I was told that he was house arrest again di Kuala Lumpur, rumah Sarawak.
Tun Razak, through his brother, who was at that time is Duta Malaysia di Jakarta, called me. One day they talked to me, and I give them my syarat of coming back, because, like I said, I have to abandon my Indonesian citizenship, go back, swear allegiance to Malaysia. That's what happened. They put him under house arrest in Rumah Sarawak. There's still people, I think, who is alive who can certify that. Then he was asked, the word was pardon, but he said no. He was indoctrinated as a Malaysian citizen. He was secured with a condition that every other prisoners that was a result of the armed insurrection against communists in Sarawak must be forgiven, taken out of the jail.
So when he came back to us, we all moved to Malaysia. I didn't know about Sarawak or Kuala Lumpur, but there are pictures of me in Kuala Lumpur, dekat this statue Merdeka. I was standing, a small boy, standing alone, and standing with my dad, standing with few photos, very old one. There was in the early 70s. Some background of parliament, some background of Statue of Kemerdekaan lah. We didn't even know there is an election. If there is an election or what, we realized that he's a minister already. Because we are living in the minister punya rumah kerajaan lah, rumah pemerintahan.
So as far as the Malaysian government at that time and Malaysian law, he has to undergo that one. So the rest was released. My father agreed to help Tun Rahman together with Pasaka and SUPP to try to win the 1970 election. We went right up to Tekajong, in which we campaigned for Tun Rahman to be accepted as to take over Sarawak government.
I was also tersentuh when he was angry. He was angry to, I don't know what. He's talking to himself. Orang sih pernah berubah. I told him to bring it back. I was just, I don't know, one of those days. And then, my mother sometimes asked him, what is wrong? He said, I think we have to move. He said, oh. Then we move again. It was in the late 70s, almost going to 80, I think. We don't know also why. And I only realized it as I grew up and we look back into that particular moment. He actually stepped down. I think he went through 3 tahun, maybe, going to the 4th year, but he left already. The issue was the argument with Tun Rahman, over certain belief, certain issue, very, very sensitive issue. Not because I quit. I never quit for Sarawak. But this is hak Sarawak, cerita mingkot thing. I remember there was a car coming. Can't remember what year. 81 or maybe 82. Can't remember. There's a huge car coming to the house. There's one guy, I don't know who is a minister or whatever, came down. He want to talk to my dad. Then they were talking. So he was saying that he has to go. I say, oh, what else? That's all you do. Disappeared again. No, this time he says he has to go for a while. You have to help me. You go back to KL, to the rented house, to take his, baju yang so-called lebih presentable, plus his coat, he said. Oh, okay, this is not the usual thing lah, going somewhere else. Yeah, just go and take. During those days, in the early 80s, KL, Johor, I'm talking about 7 hours drive, jalan kecil, not that big road yet. So we have to go through small other state like Malacca, all this and that. So I do to and fro, that time. Took me almost 14, 15 hours to drive. Just go there and take something and come back to Johor. And then he's already back in the house. And then he told me, told my mother, Ros, kita kena panggil. Saya harus menghadap Sultan. My mom said, are we okay or not? I think we are okay this time. The Sultan want to see us. The next day, he was dressed up. I mean, he hardly dress up. Maybe during the minister time, he did dress up, but long time I never see him dress up. So he dressed up, pakai baju coat, apa semua.
We went to Astana Johor. We came. Soon after, Sultan of Johor with his caddy came. Caddy, my golf. So we did not realize. And then he just say, Ahmad Zaidi, put up your hand. And then cited some everything. You follow what I say. And that's how I said, you TYT Sarawak. Tun also was wondering. You know why he was wondering? That is not the Astana Negara. And we have to go back as TYT before receiving the official document. So those are the kind of things that he totally did not expect. He thought that his name has been forwarded so many times.
Kepercayaan kepada Tun Ahmad Zaidi ADRUCE sebagai TYT Gubernur Sarawak itu sudah terpancar apabila kembali ke Malaysia. Dia telah menunjukkan bahawa dia bukan betrayal ataupun mengkhianati Malaysia. Dia pernah disiasat, pernah apabila dia kembali tahun 1968, pernah house arrest di rumah Sarawak, integration dia apa orang kata di siasat daripada. Tapi mereka berpuas hati bahawa Ahmad Zaidi sebenarnya bukan orang yang mengkhianati negara. Sebab kalau kita lihat, mengkhianati negara itu hukumannya hukuman bunuh. Itu kita lihat dalam hal ini. So, dia bukan orang sedemikian. Itu dia diberi kepercayaan semula. Diberi kepercayaan semula bahawa beliau seorang yang jujur untuk kembali ke Sarawak dan memimpin ataupun bekerja di Sarawak. Sebab dia punya seorang yang talented sebenarnya. Memang talented. Sebenarnya pernah diminta juga dihantar ke, apabila dia sampai ke Malaysia itu balik, apabila dia tadi ampun ataupun telah pun dimaafkan tentang apa yang berlaku ke atas beliau. Pernah diminta untuk dihantar ke US untuk belajar, tapi dia kata tak nak lah sebab dia dah selalu sangat dia keluar, dia tak pernah balik ke negeri dia. So dia nak berkhidmat pada negeri itu. Itu menunjukkan sikap semangat cinta pada negeri dia ni kuat.
They are not choosing 1, 2, 3, 4 because they are choosing the 5th TYT. So they put my dad's name as the 5th TYT. That's the word of the 5th TYT and the 5th in the list because nobody expect him. Because they a lot in di luar, everybody knows that this name is inside, that name is inside. Who is this guy suddenly coming back? The airport is packed, everybody is supposed to menjemput the new TYT coming back. So we came back to Kuching. You can see in everybody's face. In fact, I've seen so many faces that kelihatan terkejut. They were shocked. Oh, this guy is the TYT. He's the one who changed to Astana because we are not the Sultan, we are not the royalty, we are the governed. So when you say govern, you should say it Astana. So you live in Astana, it sounds better. You don't live Istana, they are only for royalty. So Astana is the governed place. That's the word for it.
Menurut saya Tun itu orang yang pegang integritinya dengan baik, terutama jujur. Jadi makanya bisa jadi contoh kan buat kita supaya ya care juga ke orang, dan hidupnya itu juga sederhana, nggak makan, walaupun TYT makannya nggak yang apa sih mewah-mewah gitu, enggak sih rasanya. Ke orang juga dia eh, care gitu. Ke beberapa orang saya tahu pegawai-pegawai di istana juga dia care dengan mereka.
And he is the guy I remember who doesn't want to stay in five-star hotel. Every place he go, he stay in Holiday Inn. Holiday Inn is downgrade, you know. We call it downgrade. It's 3 or 4 star. He changed a lot. He did mention to have that guilt. It's not belong to you.
Very important lah, very important. He dengan kami lah, anak-anak, he differentiate his position as TYT and he as a father. It's a very clear that one. As a father, Ahmad Zaidi is your father. But as a TYT, you are not my children. You are not my children because why? Even if I take you as a rakyat, there is a conflict of interest. Sometimes kita kadang-kadang blame him. Why he cannot help? Why there are other example which can do that? He said, politics is morality in action. Terang. Moral, bertindak. He even translate it to me.
He's going for operation, so he left. I wasn't around. I came back from Indonesia because I heard that things are not so good. My dad was dalam kedudukan koma.
Sampai akhir hayatnya, saya sempat nemenin Tun di Subang, di rumah sakit Subang. Beliau juga sempat waktu itu koma. Pada saat sadar, kayaknya yang dicari pertama itu saya. Setelah saya samperin, rupanya dia adalah beberapa titipan Tun. Ada barang ini dia ngasih tahu saya barangnya itu di sini. Nanti rumahnya kayaknya feeling Tun tuh udah ada bahwa dia udah nggak akan lama lagi. Dia kasih tahu saya pin waktu itu, pin tasnya dia berapa sama barang apa aja yang ada di tas itu. Dan jangan lupa nanti kalau udah kasih ke nenek saya, ke Puan Haja Rosmiati.
And we seen many VIPs coming. Even Mahathir, the late Pihin, Taib Mahmud, he came. I can hear his voice like, nah, you're still okay. So it's like giving encouragement that it's nothing. So somehow or other there is something happened when during the operation, and he go through coma. And then he just awake. Everybody was rushing, you know, the doctors. There were 6, 7 doctors specialized on certain field, all coming. Seems to be everybody is quite excited that he is awake. And I heard that he was asking for the date. He said, what date is this? I was thinking, what is wrong with this old man? What is so important about the date? The reason why he asked for that date is because sometime in certain date, he was supposed to be there untuk mengangkat new speaker. It's a job. Oh my God, I was thinking. So the jet is ready. He is ready. Flew back. We were in KL. So they appoint a new speaker. He was the one who mengangkat. And he looked, he's going to collapse. So they sent him back to the airport. Late 1999, December, sometime around there. So he went back to KL, masuk ke Subang Medical Center, and back to sleep. Coma again. I don't know if anybody knows the distance. I took a walk from Subang to Setapak area. It was a night, you know, and I realized it was going, I don't know whether it was Senja or going Subuh. This the moment that I forgot. Somehow or other, there is petrol car a patrol car, police, playing the siren, something like that. And I look back, asking me to stop. Oh, what did I do? I said, do I look like a drunk guy or what? So he stopped. And then he asked me whether I'm the son of the TYT. I said, why? Your father passed away already.
Kami menyampaikan informasi berkaitan dengan bintang atau tanda kehormatan yang diberikan oleh pemerintah Republik Indonesia menjelang perayaan kemerdekaan Republik Indonesia. Salah satu penerimanya adalah bintang atau tanda kehormatan ini diberikan tidak hanya kepada warga negara Indonesia, tapi juga warga negara asing. Dan salah satu penerimanya adalah warga dari Sarawak, Malaysia, yaitu TYT yang kelima, Tuan Yang Terutama, Yang Mulia Datuk PATINGGI ADRUCE, Bintang Mahaputra Adi Pradana. Ini adalah bintang jasa atau tanda kehormatan yang tertinggi setelah Bintang Mahaputra Adi Purna, berkaitan dengan jasa, pengorbanan, ataupun upaya perjuangan yang telah diberikan oleh Tun dalam memperkukuh, merapatkan hubungan ataupun kerjasama antara sisi Indonesia dengan Sarawak.
I realized you cannot learn that from school. When you said, you will know one day. Now I know. Thanks so much. What it means, what it's a life lesson that teach me. And I thanks for that. Now I know.